Chelsea 0 and Manchester City 2, and honestly, it's a very good result for Manchester City because last season, as you guys know, um, it ended 4-4, and we had Rodri, and you guys know how important Rodri is. So for Man City to go to Stamford Bridge, where you know it's never easy, Stamford Bridge is never easy to win there without Rodri, and we're still able to get a result. Kovacic did a very, very good job today. He did a very good job today, and in the first half, I would say we actually played well, and when Doku was on the right and Savino was on the left, we could tell it wasn't really working out. And I like the fact that instantly the like Pep Guardiola and his team they could tell it wasn't really working, and immediately they made that switch. It just felt like bread on butter because Savino was now causing Cucurella problem. It felt like we were seeing Mares. It just felt like it was Mares, but the movement and everything, he was getting past Cucurella because Cucurella was actually causing Doku problems in that first half. He actually caused Doku problems, and maybe that's due to the fact that that's not Doku's natural position. But Cucurella did a very good job against Doku on that right hand side. And when Doku moved to the left hand side, immediately, I think it didn't even take up to a minute. We scored a goal. El Haaland got his first goal. So I think going forward, there should be they shouldn't try to tweak it. Just know Doku has to be on that left hand side, Sabine has to be on that right hand side because immediately that switch happened, we started attacking more, we started playing much better. Doku was even getting into his rhythm. Savino as well was getting into his rhythm as well. Hopefully, Savino is not injured. I really hope he's not injured. And for Chelsea, the truth is the double pivot Lavia and Caicedo, I think it worked, but maybe Enzo being the one in front of them was where, to me, in my own opinion, I feel that's where they had a problem. Maybe it could have been much better if they had Nkuku in that position, because Nkuku playing on that left hand side, we didn't really get to see the best of Nkuku. But I felt Nkuku being in that central area would have caused more problems because Gutso was overlapping, allowing Kopama also to drift to the middle. So maybe having Nkuku and Kopama behind Jackson would have cost Man City more problems. That Lavia and Caicedo combination is a very good one. Lavia did a very good job, and to be honest, I don't know why Enzo Maresca took him away because he was one of the best guys for Chelsea on the pitch. He was one of their best players. But I feel, just my opinion, I just think maybe Lavia Caicedo is a good one, but having Nkuku in front of them might actually be much better as compared to Enzo, and maybe of course Kopama can keep drifting into that midfield to take those shots, and they should find someone on that left hand side. But apart from that, Chelsea caused us problems. It's true they had moments. Jackson, I think it was offside. Jackson was offside, and apart from that, he also had a chance as well. And I think there was a chance there was a shot Enzo took as well. But Chelsea caused us problems. Talking about the Kovacic handball, and to be honest, we've seen it given. I don't even know what is handball again in the Premier League. That's the truth. We've seen it given in the Premier League, and we've seen it not. We've seen situation whereby it's not given as well. But hey, at the end of the day, I'll take it. At the end of the day, I'll take it honestly because it was a close one because his hand was up. But hey, like I said, I'm happy we didn't they didn't give it as a penalty. But if they had given it as a penalty, honestly, I don't think I will be like, oh, it's not a penalty or not, because I've actually seen it given in the Premier League. So maybe it's just one of those lucky days. For Enzo Maresca, it's his first game with his team. I'll say Chelsea caused us problem, but you can say maybe their final thoughts decisions sometimes were not very, very. Their final thought decisions were not very, very good in terms of their attacking, but they're coming up against Manchester City, and it's never going to be easy. But for the first game, they were a bit competitive. Not like they sat back and Man City was just pressing them and all that. They actually challenged Man City, so that's one positive Chelsea fans can take. For Man City, honestly, I'm happy with the results. I'm really happy with the result. We kept a clean sheet despite it felt like there were some um they could tell there were some like problems at that back line. You could tell it was very shaky, especially when Chelsea were putting us on pressure. Rico Lewis for me did an excellent job today. To me, that was the best player on the pitch for me. Rico Lewis did an excellent job today. He was coming into that midfield. Also, he was defending very well. Doku did an excellent job, but Doku just still has some little work to be done. That's the truth in terms of his final thought decisions, because he knows how to create that space for himself. He knows how to dribble, but his passing and decision making sometimes is really not the best. Is really not the best. But Doku had a very good game, and Kovacic as well. The fact that Kovacic was able to play that Rodri role very well. There were moments where I was a bit scared because Kovacic sometimes loses the ball. He loses the ball in very, very dangerous places, and that can lead to a counter. But today he did an excellent job. He was very calm. His goal was. I'm just surprised how Chelsea players allowed him to be able to like drift, carry the ball and take that shot. Like it seems like no one was actually trying to bring him down. But he played so well today in that Rodri position. Very good result for Manchester City. Very, very good one. First game of the season. We were not at that 100% level. Of course, players are just coming back. Kevin De Bruyne didn't really have. He was okay, but it's not the Kevin De Bruyne we know. He took like few shots that could lead to goal. It was okay, but I was just happy overall with how we played. Chelsea too. They made it very difficult. They made it very difficult for us. Bernardo Silva did an excellent job. Honestly. So for today, there's nothing much to complain about. Honestly, there's nothing much. Erling Haaland, who always do his thing. He didn't really have more touches on the ball, but when he did, he did his job, which is to score goals, and his goal was a very, very good one. A very good one. I think it was almost. I've forgotten. It was almost the same thing last season where he bodied Cucurella also. I can't remember those. I think it was the same thing last season where he actually bodied Cucurella, and it's the same thing again this season where he just found himself in that position, and it was Cucurella. Of course, Haaland is big, and Cucurella can bring him down, and he took his chance. I almost felt he was going to miss the goal because he had a situation where he could take the shot at first, but he still had a touch on the ball. But it was a very lovely goal from Erling Haaland, and there's more to come. Of course, there's more to come. As for the boys, very, very good results. Very good results. Going away to Stamford Bridge, it's never easy. We were not sharp. It was all about, I think today it was all about not trying to lose, basically. We were not at that Man City 100 over 100%, but we had very, very good chances. We have very good chances. We have very good moment. Doku had a chance he could have taken on his own. Erling Haaland chance was saved. Kevin De Bruyne shot. I don't know. Rico Lewis too had a moment where he could have taken the shot on his own, but he decided to square it. So overall, I'm very pleased with the result. Nothing to complain about. It's the first game of the season. Two goals scored. We kept a clean sheet. Goal from Erling Haaland. Doku impressed me. Savinho impressed me. Like all the boys, I'll say they did well. Kovacic impressed me as well. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Let me know what you think about the game. Honestly, for me, a very massive result for us, considering last season it was 4-4, and this season we're actually like we won the game 2-0 and we kept a clean sheet. And yeah, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Please, guys, do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.